There was a time when you were heartless, brutal, a monster. I'm here to ask you to be those things once more. Can I count on you? Bigby, can I count on you?
Happy 2024, everybody. I know it's February, and this is a long overdue video, so I do apologize with the release of The Last Part 2 Remastered. My hands have kind of been tied, so I wanted to definitely get this video out first since I've been asked a lot by viewers. What is going on with Telltale Games? It's been a question that has been circulating for a while now, because ever since the news of the layoffs, Telltale Games has been deaf silent, to say the least. And you know, I get emotional about this because this is a company that, regardless if you feel like I've moved on to different games and everything, this is the company that started it all for me. I will forever cover and love Telltale Games. They will forever be my favorite. And it's just breaking my heart that they've dealt with all these issues with the pandemic and everything, and now with these layoffs and, you know, closing back in 2018, having to rebuild from the ground up. It's been a rough journey. I mean, the Expanse also didn't deliver the way I expected it to, and it's clearly obvious based on how it did that it's caused some issues, definitely with the development of Wolf 2 and other future projects. I mean, they haven't tweeted since December 21st. It's February now. It's clearly not a good sign that they've been quiet this long. We, again, according to the CEO, Jamie Otley, we're supposed to be getting something pretty soon for Wolf 2. This game is supposed to come out this year. And I'm telling y'all, if we don't hear anything by the early spring period, I would start to really fear that we may not even see this game in 2024. And it might get pushed back another year. And my fear is, let's just drop it in 2025 alongside GTA 6 and then completely have its hype and everything overshadowed by something like that. And that's my fear, that the game will not sell well and that this could be Telltale's, you know, closing game, their final one. And we're going to talk about all that. So I'm going to talk about Wolf 2. Other IPs, old IPs like Walking Dead, Batman, we'll bring those in as well. And that unannounced title that has gotten funding from Skybound Hero Capital. What's going on with that? That's supposed to be the game after Wolf 2. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, have it set to all, join about the near 100,000 people that have all notifications on for the channel, and be sure to join about that near almost 40% of people are subscribed by hitting the red subscribe button. If we go for 1,500 likes on this video, I'd greatly would appreciate it. And I will have an individual Wolf 2 video pretty soon, just covering just Wolf, but we're going to discuss it a bit in this video as well, since it is Telltale's next project. Oh, the Expanse A Telltale Series is done. It's over. There's no more with it. All 5 episodes in the bonus episode are out. The game is released on Steam. It's out. It's done. If you want to play it, you can. I'd recommend it if you want to support them financially. You can go check it out. Again, in my opinion, it was an okay game. It's not anything that's going to be groundbreaking like Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, or Batman, but it's not a bad game. It's not trash. It just has little itty-bitty things that I just don't think make it a better title for Telltale. The Wolf Among Us 2 is Telltale's next title. It is a game that has been hyped up, canceled, revived, canceled again, revived again, pushed back, delayed numerous times. I mean, it is a game that it's one of those games where it's been like, are we ever gonna see it? It has been so long. It has been over a decade since the original game released back in 2013. It's crazy. It's been over a decade now. I feel like I remember making these videos talking about getting ready for it. It had been 6 years, 7 years. Now we're over 10 years. Time flies. And it's just a shame that Telltale has dealt with so much. The gaming industry is not in the best spot right now. There's been layoffs all around the board. Telltale is not immune to that. They ended up having layoffs themselves, as I mentioned earlier in this video. And what they said last time about those layoffs is due to market conditions and other things, they had to let some people go. And as far as rumors had said, the person that broke this, Jay Jonah, had said that this was a big portion of the Wolf Among Us 2 team that had been supposedly cut from Telltale, meaning development may have slowed down. And to Telltale, what they said in their statement is that all games currently in production are still in production. They're not canceled Now, we know Wolf 2 was originally delayed because of the switch to Unreal Engine 5, and that they wanted to make sure they gave it all the time it needed before releasing it, because according to the Telltale CEO, Jamie Otley, if we release it out to fans and they don't like it, we're going to get flamed. And that's very much true, that will end up being the case. So it has been almost 2 years since we've seen anything new related to The Wolf Among Us 2. February 2022 was when we got our last trailer and all the information with the story and all that. And I'm not going to go through all that. I'll link a video down below where you can check all that out, and maybe we'll talk about it again, maybe do a little update, because it's been 2 years almost. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys forgot about a lot about what this game is supposed to have, because it's just been so damn long. But with it being February already, when are we going to get any acknowledgement of the game coming? Because if you're going to continue to be silent and not say anything, it's evident enough that we may not see this game in 2024, which I am hoping to God that does not happen. In that interview, Jamie Otley had mentioned that we were supposed to be getting a new look at the game in early 2024. There's been no inclination from Telltale because of their silence that may even be the case. I was thinking around March we're going to probably hear something, but again, I'm starting to think that might not even happen because the silence, it's crazy. They've almost been quiet for over 2 months now. It's starting to get a little nerve-wracking to me that they've been quiet this long. No, nothing on social media. No, nothing. I mean, behind the scenes, they're definitely probably working on it. But in terms of the promotional, marketing, all that, there's nothing. People are like, why haven't you made videos? There's nothing. There's been nothing to discuss or cover. The game is supposed to come out this year. It's probably going to be Telltale's only release, to be honest. I don't expect them to have 2 in the same year, clearly because of all the issues. So I'm expecting the game to still come out. Again, don't quote this as my release date prediction. I still haven't made one yet. But I was expecting fall to winter. More likely to be probably close to winter. Maybe October, November, December. Probably in that range. Seems like the most likely period. Because that'll be coinciding right around 11 years since the original released. And until then, we just have to wait for news. Which kind of stinks. So, after The Wolf Among Us 2, we know, as I said, multiple projects are still in development. The unannounced title that has gotten funding from Hero Capital and Skybound. Now, I may have an idea what it is. I can't really say that. But, again, this title may never even happen. And why do I say that? It's because earlier I mentioned the layoffs, the controversy, the lack of money they are getting, the Expanse flopping. Telltale's in a bad spot right now. I mean, who's in a good spot right now in the game industry? Not many companies. Telltale is not in a good spot. And I'm telling you, Wolf 2 needs to be a commercial success. Not just from critics and all that, but financially. People need to buy the games. People need to go out and buy them. Because if they don't make money, 2018 all over again. It's very, very possible that could be the case. And we don't really know anything about this new game, other than that, yeah, it has funding from Hero Capital and Skybound, and that it's going to come out after The Wolf Among Us 2. That is it. And as for what that game could be, you know, I've discussed. Could it be The Walking Dead finally returning to glory because we're done with Skybound and their trashy comics and books on Clementine? They've completely ruined her character, and I don't even want to really talk about them much because they're just annoying. They're stupid. Nobody really likes them. That's a true fan of the game. And if you like them, fine, I respect your opinion. But there's no reason you should like them if you're a big game fan, because it doesn't make any sense. Nothing Clementine would ever do in that story that happens there. And that final book should be coming out maybe this year, maybe next year. And Skybound's been promoting a lot on their social media about The Walking Dead. So, is it time you can maybe get a TV show in? Maybe you can finally bring it back, give us a spin-off game with Javier, do something new. Because honestly, I think that's the one series that they could bring back, other than Wolf, and it would do well. I think from a hype standpoint it would, but this time people would need to buy it, because as much as I love The Walking Dead, the final season didn't sell well. And it's crazy to think, with how popular it was on YouTube and all that, it didn't sell well. The game did not. Batman Telltale's another possibility. That is a series that Telltale still has the rights to. Remember, they don't even have the rights to The Walking Dead, so it would be up to Skybound and them to reinitiate the partnership with that for that to even happen. But Batman, they have still. So let's hypothetically say Wolf 2 does well. You can easily make a Season 3 of Batman. There is a big fan base of Batman Telltale fans that still want a 3rd season. And I myself want to see a continuation to that story. It's very possible. I just hope they consider it. I just hope Wolf 2 does well, so maybe we do end up getting that one day. As for other IPs, I'm going to be asked about, like, Minecraft. Mojang owns it, so you're going to have to ask Mojang on that. Game of Thrones just doesn't really seem likely with the amount of money that IP costs. Telltale doesn't really have the money in the world to do that, so don't really expect that. What about Guardians? No Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, some of the old IPs like Jurassic Park or Back to the Future don't really, no. Wallace and Gromit? No, none of that stuff. So that leaves the other possibility being a new IP, another new IP like The Expanse. And I think Telltale is going to be very cautious with it this time, because if they do another new IP, and it's, again, it's probably got to be something more known than The Expanse. And I'm not saying that to disrespect The Expanse. I think it's a great television series and books. It's just problem you got a mainstream audience that looked at it and they just didn't give it a shot. Maybe it's because of the faults of the game. Maybe it's because The Expanse wasn't as well known. I mean, there's a lot of number of factors you can look into that, why The Expanse just didn't deliver. So I think it's very possible we could end up seeing a new IP eventually as well. Could it be this new upcoming game as well? It could be. It's another possibility. So, I mean, there's a number of possibilities what this new game could end up being. But the big thing to make note of with that is that game likely won't be coming until 2025. I don't think we'll be seeing that. And that's even, but again, that's all dependent on if Wolf 2 even comes out this year. Because how is Telltale supposed to get their, you know, stability set when, God, they haven't even really released anything other than The Expanse, and The Expanse was a co-production with Deck 9, so it wasn't even really a game they, you know, fully made. So I'm nervous about Telltale's future, guys. 2024 looks like it's just going to be a Wolf Among Us 2 year, but even then, it might just be the same as it was last year. A big year with hopeful expectations, and then we get nothing and another delay announcement, because that is what it is potentially shaping up to be if we don't hear anything in the next couple months. And I'm hoping to God that is not the case. So guys, that is pretty much it with Telltale Games. I wish I could tell you there was more, but right now we're just in a topsy-turvy spot of waiting and waiting for something, an acknowledgement of anything positive with the company, because right now it's just hope and pray, right? So let me know what you guys would like to see from Telltale this year. Clearly, it's up in the air what's going to happen, and I'm hopeful and I'm praying that Telltale can get back on their feet and give us Wolf 2, and hopefully you guys end up buying the games and we support them financially, because we need the game to succeed. And I hope the critics like it as well. So if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go for 1,500 likes on this video. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next video pretty soon on Wolf Among Us 2. I'll make one probably in a couple weeks. So stay tuned and have a great day. Bye-bye.